probably about like a couple months later, my boy Swell B, he a DJ from New Jersey. He actually hit me up. He was like, "Yo, like Fetty Wap coming home soon. Da da da. Like, we all from New Jersey. Like, I'm a lock in a record for us." So I was like, "Shoot, like I always try to take like everybody's word with like a grain of salt at the same time because you never know. Like, people tell me stuff like that all the time. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, shoot, I'll put my best foot forward and at least try. I mean, what does it take to send like a file? You know what I mean? So I sent him that, and damn near probably like 2 or 3 months later, I'm chilling at work, and then I get like a little notification saying like so and so tagged you in your story. I'm like, usually that's something cool. So I'm like, all right, I'm going on his story. I check it, and he in the studio with Fetty Wap. I'm like, oh shoot, and I hear my beat playing in the background. So I'm like, oh, that's even better. But I try not to get my hopes up too much because there's been a couple times where I signed contracts for records to drop, and this album comes out and the songs aren't on the project. So I'm like, oh damn, like just keep my head down, keep working, you know what I mean? But then the A&R from 300 Entertainment actually hit us up and was like, yo, we're gonna put the record on this album. It's gonna be his first album, pretty much back. And I was just excited, you know what I mean? Got the contract.
Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Out to the paper, the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it. Okay, out to the paper, the grass is always greener. I don't do no labels, I call it how I see it.
What does the future look like for your podcast?
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of No Label, the podcast. Here, my boy Nell. Special shout outs to everybody that's been subscribing on YouTube as normal, liking on Instagram, commenting, TikTok, Facebook. Go over and head over to nolabelmedia.co and go over and head over to all the podcast streaming sites and go and give us 5-star ratings, comments, all that. We appreciate it all. Today, we back at Studio 353, which has become our second home. And we here with somebody that's a newcomer to Buffalo to a degree.
Yeah.
Grew up in Syracuse, but he's definitely made a name for himself just working with a lot of the bigger acts and bigger talent within Buffalo, as well as getting placements with other acts. And we're just here to, chop it up about the business side of it, chop it up about his come up, and hopefully he can give some up and coming like producers or people in the music industry some gems. So HOWLR, how you doing, bro?
Shit, I'm good, man. First things first, I want to shout out y'all. I appreciate y'all having me on. I'm definitely honored to be here, you know what I mean?
Sure, man. We appreciate
shout out
you.
Keys, man. Shout out everybody that helped me, you know what I'm saying? But we here.
For sure. So we was talking a little bit earlier, from Syracuse originally.
Yeah, I'm originally from Syracuse, but I moved to Buffalo about like a year ago.
Okay, but what brought you to Buffalo? Well, first of all, let's not skip over Syracuse. So how was Syracuse for you growing up? For somebody who's never been, for somebody who's never grew up there, if you could describe it for them.
I guess like growing up in Syracuse, it was nice. Like, I don't know, I lived in like a pretty nice area, like regular suburb, you know what I mean? Like pretty standard, like middle class, upcoming, you know what I mean? But it wasn't like nothing crazy. Like if you were really from Syracuse, like we'd go to the state fair. Like we got the state fair, which is like I think it's the biggest fair in our state. That's why it's the state fair. But we had the mall, Destiny USA. That was kind of cool for a little bit, you know what I mean? But until like I don't know, like it's hard because there's a lot of poverty in Syracuse, so it's hard to like keep stuff open for a while, you know what I mean? But other than that, probably doing that, going to like parks, hiking, shit like that. I don't know.
What are some like similarities that you found with Buffalo and Syracuse?
Similarities, shit. It'd be cold as hell during the wintertime. I ain't gonna lie. Like honestly, I think we damn near get more snow out in Syracuse, if I'm not mistaken, compared to Buffalo.
For real?
I think so, because most of the stuff usually be coming down from the north, but I don't really know. I'm not a weatherman, so. But Yeah, nah, probably like the weather. Shit, people are definitely different, like super different. Like out in Syracuse, like you could tell like who's from where. You know what I mean, based off like how they talk. But out here, like it's kind of hard to tell who's from where. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense.
No, definitely. Like different parts of town.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for sure. So, what did you grow up playing any sports? Did you grow? I know basketball is big in Syracuse with the orange.
So I did play basketball a little bit growing up, but my main sport was baseball. I ain't gonna lie. I definitely played a lot of baseball. I used to do like travel teams, stuff like that.
AAU.
Yeah, it was similar to AAU, basic. It's same concept, but we travel around like Florida, New Jersey. We actually came to Buffalo like way too many times. Like that's why I'm so familiar with Buffalo.
Yeah, we used to go to Syracuse all the time for like AAU tournaments for basketball.
Because we that Boys and Girls Club, I'm guessing.
Nah, just regular.
I was gonna say I used to have mad AAU tournaments at the Boys and Girls Club in Syracuse, so could be a chance we ran into each other.
Damn near. What? So when did you get into? What was your introduction to music like growing up? Whether it was if you have siblings, your parents. Do you remember like your first introduction to when you like gravitated towards music?
Shoot, I remember like being younger. Like my mom used to play a lot of like this band called Foreigner. I don't know if y'all would be familiar with that, or like what's another one? Journey, like the Don't Stop Believing people.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah. Don't Stop Believing. I feel like everybody knows that song, but.
Oh yeah, don't stop.
Exactly. Yeah. So my mom used to listen to a lot of stuff like that. As funny as it seems, my pops used to like. I remember being young as hell in the car, and my pops put in a DMX CD, and like I ain't gonna lie, that shit scared me at first because he started yelling. I'm like 5. I'm like, what the hell going on? But nah, we used to listen to some DMX. But my sister probably what's the word like. Influence. My sister probably influenced my music taste the most because we spent a lot of time together. Like during the summertime, she would stay home and watch me because we got like a 7-year age gap.
Okay.
So she way older than me, but she used to listen to like Mad Mac Miller, Wiz Khalifa, stuff like that coming up. So that's what I used to listen to a lot of the times was like stuff like that or like whatever was hot on the radio at the time. T-Pain, you know what I mean? But it definitely varies.
When did you decide that you wanted to be a part of the music industry and not just be a consumer or just be a fan?
That probably would have been sometime around high school. Like at first I wanted to like rap and like make music, but like I didn't really know how to like record or anything like that. So I was like just trying to punch myself in off BandLab, trying to do what I could. But it sounded terrible. So I was like, I might as well put that to the side. And I was just going through the motions that every kid was there in high school. You know what I mean? But
somebody told you it sounded terrible, or you just knew this shit?
Nah, I knew it wasn't it. But like people, like I had fake friends, not fake friends, but like you know what I mean.
Yes,
they
man.
used to tell you that shit was hard, but that shit was not hard. At the end of high school though, I was like, dang, like how could I do music but like not actually like be like the artist, you know what I mean? So I was like, shoot, let me learn how to make beats. My parents had gotten me a laptop for college, so I downloaded FL Studios on it and just kind of taught myself how to use it.
And what age would you say this was?
17.
17?
Yeah.
And then when did you start working with, or when did you get comfortable with like sharing your beats or sending it out to like local artists in Syracuse?
Shoot, at the time that I really started taking it serious was when I moved here for that short span of time for college. So like that's damn near what made me drop out of college was because I was spending way too much time trying to learn how to make beats and record people. And that took me like a good like 8 to 10 months to get like a good grasp on it. And by that point probably I'd moved back to Syracuse. But honestly, that whole time of me making beats, like I kind of maybe like hurt myself a little more in the long run because I was trying to send out beats even when they weren't ready, you know what I mean? So I probably sabotaged myself a little bit with certain people. But I was just eager, you know what I mean? I was just eager.
So I want to stay on just like how you develop your sound as far as like making beats and producing. So when did you become like, would you say a producer? Because there's difference to a beat maker and somebody who's a producer, right?
Yeah, nah, for sure. I probably wouldn't have said I'd become a producer until like within like the past couple of years, just because I've gotten like a lot of more like in studio like experience, you know what I mean? Like really like engineering, like being behind some records and stuff like that. It's just a lot more than like there'd be a lot of people that be in the rooms that aren't like maybe making the music, but like they understand music and what people are trying to hear. So like I guess just like learning like an ear to like what's people like to hear, what people don't like to hear. So probably not till recently. I'd say like being like a full on like engineering.
So when you
making
moved to
beats, all that
Buffalo,
stuff.
pretty much, you would say? Or
Nah,
before?
probably even before that, because I had a studio in Syracuse for a good 3-4 years, something like that. But yeah, and at first I was just doing like minimal stuff, like just like recording on FL Studios, like with like presets and stuff. But over time, I started to like learn through different people, like Tyree taught me a lot. Ace has taught me hella stuff. I ain't gonna lie, he a wizard with this shit. Just Dre taught me a lot of stuff too. Like I don't know, there's a lot of people that was like, I don't know, I'm a sponge when it comes to a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
So
it's
I
good.
don't
It's
I don't
good to be
mind
that
soaking
way.
up the
Yeah.
information, man.
That's how you learn. That's how you grow. The people that think they know everything, those are people who don't end up going far.
Yeah, nah, I still feel like I don't know the surface. You know what I mean? I feel like I still ain't scratched the surface when it comes to like learning. There's a million things you could learn on this stuff, real stuff.
So who were some of the early artists that you work with in Syracuse?
A lot of people that showed me love off rip. My boy Waldo 600. He did a couple songs with like OT7 Kwani.
Okay.
Who else? Skrilla. He's got some songs with, but he showed me a lot of love at first. My boy Day Got Cash. He a super good artist. He actually went on tour a little bit with Suki Hana. Yeah, he did a couple of shows for her. My boy Lil Rock. He from the opposite side of town, but he make awesome music. Like I don't even know how to explain it. Like his cadence was definitely different compared to most people. You know what I mean? But the thing is about people, like you could hear their music and be like, oh, he from over there, he from over there. You know what I mean? And it's just the slang, like the vernacular that the guys have. Like like if you was in a room with them, just hanging out talking to them, like they'd probably make you laugh and everything. Like that shit hilarious. But definitely those three. My boy Steezy. My boy, I don't know. There's a lot of guys. I worked with damn near the entire city, so it'd be hard to.
Nah,
We didn't have a lot of studios out there. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, when I was doing like some of my research, I forgot who the guy's name you were in the studio with, but y'all was pretty much talking about how you worked with like everybody.
Oh
in
yeah, my
Syracuse.
boy Execution, DJ
Okay.
Execution. Yep,
Word.
that's my boy. I be making hella beats with him. That's my dog. I fuck with X.
Word. So how is like the just the music scene is in general in Syracuse? Because one thing that we want to do, we want to make sure we like tap in with different media platforms as well as like the rising people in the music industry in like the Western New York / tri-state area of New York, like the upstate area.
Yeah. So I would say like a couple years ago, it probably would have been like a little more like jumping. You know what I mean? Like a little more emotion going on. Right now, like there's definitely like a bunch of artists that are really raw. Like they just don't really have the push, or like some of the ones that were really raw, either like a lot of people go to jail. You know what I mean? So it kind of stops a lot of like the motion that people had going forward. But if I could describe the music scene, like it's a lot of drill music. A lot of people make like diss songs, you know what I mean? But there's also like a lot of like people that make awesome music out there, like singers. I know of a couple great singers out there, but it's all over the place, I would say, for sure.
Yeah, after this, definitely we got to tap in, send some stuff to our
Yeah,
page.
there's some good, even like for like media pages out there. Like we have the Code Orange page.
Yeah, we tap
I'll
in with
reach
her.
out to them.
Yeah,
She's super cool. Yeah, they pretty cool. But that's like damn near the only. I mean, we probably got a few media pages, but not really a ton. Not really a ton.
Word. So, you recently got a big accomplishment or a big placement on Billboard, right? The Fetty Wap track, is it Real Ones? That's the name of the song?
Yep.
So how was that process and first just putting that beat together and making it? Was it intended for him originally, or was it just something you was cooking up that you happened to,
Yeah, honestly, it was just something I was making. At the time, I was actually here. I was with Tyree. He was recording like one of those, like just an R&B session. So it was like a little more vibey, like singing stuff. But I was just chilling, and I had my little Steam Deck at the time. It's like a little portable, like it's like a handheld computer pretty much.
Okay.
But I downloaded FL Studios on it so I could like make beats kind of wherever I'm at. But I was chilling here. I was just inspired by what was going on in the room. So I was like, I just want to make some more like soulful, like softer stuff, you know what I mean? So I was going through like some of the melodies that people were sending me, because I get a lot of people that send me melodies, like just like it's like separate from like the beat, you know what I mean? Like they'll send me just the loop without the beat on it, and I'll add the beat on it afterwards.
I got you.
But basically, I was just looking through some of those that some of the people were sending me, and that one I liked a lot. I ended up just making the beat, and like probably about like a couple months later, my boy Swell B, he a DJ from New Jersey. He actually hit me up. He was like, "Yo, like Fetty Wap coming home soon, da da da. Like, you know, we all from New Jersey. Like, I'm a lock in a record for us." So I was like, "Shoot, like I always try to take like everybody's word with like a grain of salt at the same time, because you never know. Like, people tell me stuff like that all the time, you know what I mean? So I'm just like, shoot, I'll put my best foot forward and at least try. I mean, what does it take to send like a file, you know what I mean? So I sent him that, and damn near probably like 2 or 3 months later, I'm chilling at work, and then I get like a little notification saying like so-and-so tagged you in your story. I'm like, usually that's something cool. So I'm like, all right, I'm going on his story. I check it, and he in the studio with Fetty Wap. I'm like, oh, shoot. And I hear my beat playing in the background, so I'm like, oh, that's even better. But I try not to get my hopes up too much, because there's been a couple times where I'd signed contracts for records to drop, and this album comes out and the songs aren't on the project. So I'm like, oh, damn, like, just keep my head down, keep working, you know what I mean? But then the A&R from 300 Entertainment actually hit us up and was like, yo, we're going to put the record on this album. It's going to be his first album pretty much back. And I was just excited, you know what I mean? Got the contract, we filled out the contracts, and pretty much the rest was history.
Nah, that's fire, man.
I actually damn near just got the payment for this shit today. It took like 2 months, I ain't gonna lie.
Shit, that's quick in the music industry.
Nah,
for sure.
It was pretty quick, I ain't gonna lie. But I definitely shout out to them, like having me on there and stuff like that. It definitely means a lot.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big deal. Fetty Wap is a big deal in our culture, especially
for real,
his like Return Home album, to where everybody thinks like, all right, he's home for good now and he's not gonna go back.
Exactly.
It's a big deal.
And I felt like maybe I felt like it might have was gonna do like a little more numbers than it did. Not that like I'm very grateful for everything, obviously, but I was hoping like, shoot, I might get a Grammy nomination or something. Maybe that would be fire if the album got nominated or something. But shit, you never know.
Might be the next one though. Yeah, because he's probably gonna call you back to definitely work.
Exactly, you never know.
How were you able to link up with, I believe, what's the DJ's name you said from New Jersey?
Swell B.
Swell B?
Yeah.
So how were you able to link up with him? Because I seen that you're with a producer management company, right?
So that's I actually signed after the placement and everything.
Oh, okay.
So
they didn't actually play a part in you getting it?
I haven't gotten any work with them done yet.
Okay.
So it's a new relationship. You know what I mean? I'm testing the water, seeing what it's like, see if it actually could help out. Because I seen they helped out a bunch of people. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to get my name out there more until I'm able to move to a city where it's more prevalent, like rap scene. You know what I mean? Like if I really want, if I could, I would move to like Atlanta, like Los Angeles, something like that. But it takes time, I guess. Obviously.
Who put you onto them? Like who gave you the idea to sign with
the management group?
Yeah,
they actually reached out to me because they had seen the Fetty Wap shit basically, and they were like, well, we do this for our producers, like showing me like a bunch of the stuff that they've placed for people and stuff like that. Like they got good like A&R connections, label connections. So I'm like, I can only do so much by myself. Like obviously I'm gonna keep trying by myself, you know what I mean? But they ended up just reaching out to me. I was a little hesitant at first because I'm like, I know it, like if I'm signing something, like they still gonna take a percentage of something. So I was just trying to make sure it was the most beneficial to me. Even like not even really, he even said like, we don't even got to put like a crazy time on it. So I just signed for like a year, see how it goes.
So I know you said before you even got the placement with the Fetty Wap record, you had some other contracts that you were a part of that the music didn't actually get put out. Yeah. Where did you learn your knowledge of just handling those type of situations within like the music industry? Or where you get your music business knowledge from?
Shoot, a lot of it be like just YouTube University, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I signed up for, at first when I first started learning beats, I signed up for like this one dude's mentorship. You know how you pay for like courses type shit. So like I did one of those, and that definitely helped me out a lot. You know what I mean? But Other than that, definitely a lot of YouTube. I remember my first placement. I was so nervous because like I'm like, man, I don't know what none of this contract mean, and I really hope they're not fucking me over.
Mm-hmm.
So I damn near like I'm scrolling through Instagram trying to find a music lawyer to help me out, and it damn near got to the point where the A&R that placed the record for us, she hit me up like, yo, like you're taking way too long to sign the paperwork and send it back. Like it might be quiet for us. I'm like, what do you mean it might be quiet for us? So
That's how they get you. They rush you into doing shit.
And I was like, bro, like I'm not trying to get rushed into anything. So like, luckily, like the same day, like of the deadline, I had somebody, like a lawyer, reach back to me. He said it looked standard, so I signed it, sent it back, and that was my first placement. It was this dude named LG Malik. He from Arkansas, but I believe he was signed with Def Jam at the time.
Okay.
He still might be with Def Jam, but I'm not too sure.
Word. And how were you? I seen you got this is an artist that I just recently discovered over the past like month or two. Xanman.
Xanman, he's awesome. Yeah.
How were you able to get that placement?
I've had his email for a while, so I just be sending him beat packs to his email. He ended up reaching out one day like, yo, what's your number? I'm gonna have my manager hit you. I was like, shit. Gave him my number. His manager called me. He was like, yo, we really like this beat. We wanted to use it on the album. He already recorded on it and everything. I was like, what beat? So he sent me like a screen recording of like the first like 5 seconds. I'm like, bruh. So I fucking damn near he sent a contract through, same deal. But it was that I was happy with that one because I actually listened to Xanman a lot. So that one was a cool one for me. And it was like a style that I know he do a lot. So I'm like, yeah, this fire.
Do you have like any bucket list artists that you would want to work with?
Oh, most definitely. Shoot, there's so many of them, man.
Give me like 5.
I would say like, I'd love to work with like, I don't know. I got like a mixture. I would say like, I'll say like Uzi. Uzi would be super cool. Probably Youngboy. Youngboy would be pretty cool too. I ain't gonna lie. Maybe like a Justin Bieber or something like that. I'm trying to think of who else I'd really like to work with. Drake, Future. There we go. Definitely Future and Drake.
Pluto, for sure.
One of them two. But Future the GOAT. I really feel like Future one of them ones, and he don't really get the praise that he deserves.
Bro, we could have a whole episode about that shit.
Because I think Future,
because they always say the big three, and he should literally be part of it should be a big 4.
Nah,
honestly, it should just be a big 3, and they replace Future. I mean, they replace J. Cole with Future.
I don't know. It's tough because, like, I want to say, like, Future made modern day trap music, I guess. I say that.
For sure.
He globalized trap music.
I thought you said hold up for a second.
Nah, he globalized
trap music, bro. Like, even when you see him, you know the video of him at the 49ers game or whatever football game it is, and he's singing Tony Montana?
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
Yeah, it was a 49ers game. Yeah.
But that was my first concert ever, and my first time smoking weed was a Future concert.
Word.
No funny shit.
Life-changing moments.
My mom was there with me. Shout out my mom.
So we got a top 5 segment too, right? So what would you say it's more of like a key 5 instead of top 5 for this one, but what are like key 5 elements you would say to making a good song?
A good song.
From all aspects of it.
Number 1, a good engineer. Keep it real. A good engineer. Number 2, obviously, like, I don't know, like, to make like a hit song, maybe somebody that's got some vocals, you know what I mean, that can sing a little bit. Maybe obviously good penmanship, because you don't want to be like, you want to write stuff that maybe like, I don't know, I don't even know if I could say good penmanship, because there's people that make like random songs that go up. So I guess just like like shock factor, like maybe the virality of something. Number 4, I would definitely say like a beat that slap. Like everybody love a good beat that they could either move to, or like, even if like, I know it's a good beat when you hear the beat and it like can make you feel some type of way. You know what I mean? Whether it's good, bad, whatever it might be. And then number 5, marketing. Heavy on the marketing, keep it real. That's like the biggest thing, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
It's tough to say too, because like real shit, like content and all that kind of stuff, like that matters more than the song half the time.
Unfortunately.
But the thing is,
you think it's always been that way? It just wasn't so. it just wasn't so out there or publicized
Nah.
every day because of
Because
social
if you
media.
think about it, back in the day, they was doing like minimal music videos. Like the most they had was like the MTV joints, and that was even before probably our time. I don't know when you were born.
They were doing other forms though. I feel like we
They
had
had,
the publication magazines.
What was it called? You know, the one high channel on the TV, that Music Choice. You ever go on Music Choice for the YouTube videos?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
I was gonna say we used to do that a lot in my house because
It was like an on-demand thing, right?
Yeah. It wasn't. I don't even think it was nothing you really paid for, or like they'd have the random stations that would be like that just shuffle shit like Pandora. But I feel like back in the day, like they was actually like getting CDs, vinyls, like they were recording other people's stuff so they could have it on their own tape. You know what I mean? Like I think a lot of it was more for the music rather than the visual. And I feel like back then, artists had more of like a shock factor because people are too accessible nowadays with social media. So
that's true. What's that question that you always like to ask that you said you and Love be talking about?
Do you sacrifice marketability for like originality? Like a lot of times like when it comes to artists, a lot of major, they want to be like, okay, yeah, this sounds cool, but how can we market it? And it's just like a lot of artists will sacrifice like being original, trying to, in order to sound like something that's already on the radio or something like that. It's like, does marketability hinder an artist's ability to be original?
in a way, yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, I'll find myself sitting at home and having this debate in my head, like, should I make beats that I want to make, or should I make beats that I know will sell and people will want to use? But it's kind of like that happy medium. Like, it's hard to kind of find the common ground, you know what I mean? Like, that's why I feel like you gotta, I don't want to necessarily, because everybody's route is different. Like, you can make a whole new wave and not even know it, you know what I mean? But I find myself fighting that question every day. I ain't gonna lie, because I don't think I'm in that position yet to just make what I want to make all the time. Because, like, I feel like I have the ear and the vision. Just not everybody is on the same level musically. You know what I mean? But definitely, people would probably what was the word that you used? Sacrifice. Yeah, people definitely sacrifice originality for marketability.
It made me think of people like Pharrell and Neptunes. Like,
yeah.
If they was trying to make something that sounded like on radio, they would have never created a whole
wave, right?
That decade.
But it took the artist to be able to see their vision. You know what I mean? Like, Pharrell was sitting in the room a lot of those times, and he damn near already had the hook ready, I'm guessing. You know what I mean? Like, there's time, like, I seen videos of him and Justin Timberlake making some of Justin Timberlake's best songs, and he literally telling him how to sing it. So, like, that's the difference between like a producer and a beat maker, real shit. Like, being someone that could really like see the vision of the song. It takes time though to, like, I feel like I'm still learning that stuff, especially when it comes to certain genres, stuff like that.
Do you send out reference tracks with your beats sometimes?
Nah, I actually thought about that the other day. Me and Tyree were talking about it, because I was like, dang, I really like this beat. Send me it so I could send it to somebody. And he was like, Mac Benton recorded on it. I was like, shoot. He was like, take both of them so then they could have a reference track. I was like, no, that's probably not a bad idea. Good fire trucks. That's what happens. That shit right across the street, I think. But, you know, I would say, the only problem is, like, I guess finding somebody with like a good enough vision to hop on the beats in the first place. You know what I mean? I guess I could make reference tracks, but I guess like certain stuff I guess probably won't need reference track, like trap music. That's pretty much all the feeling, I'm guessing. But
how do you feel about collaboration when it comes to making beats? Because I think in the past it was a thing, and then it got to a certain place to where everybody got into the I can just do it by myself era. And then now I think it's become more of a thing that's accepted when it comes to collaboration on production.
Because honestly, like, a lot of people like me, like, I wasn't able to make a beat by myself, just making the melody and the drums, because I'd spend too much time. And by the time I made the melody, I was like, bro, I don't even want to add drums to this, because I've been listening to it on loop for like an hour. So then I was like, at least let me make sure I could add solid drums. So that's when I started using other people's loops, because I was like, at least if I could add solid drums, I'll have beats to show people when I'm in the studio or send out. So over time, once I got used to the program and I guess music theory, like I was able to start making my own melodies and stuff like that. Which some stuff I really like that I make, and some stuff I don't like. But it's just like all what people like. Some people might like something that I made that I really didn't like, which honestly happens a lot of time with beats that I get placed. Like some of my favorite beats never get rapped on sometimes. You know what I mean? It just be like that.
Well, so weren't there a couple of people that were collaborators on the Real Ones track with Fetty Wap?
So my boy Diki, he from Italy. Actually, a lot of the overseas motherfuckers, they be raw as hell with the melodies. Like I don't know what it is, but a lot of them just spend a lot of time just making melodies. But my boy Diki and my boy Basso, so they both from Italy.
That's dope.
Yeah, nah, a lot of the collaboration now, like I think it happened sort of recently. I think they said about like 2020, 2018, somewhere around that time is when people really started sending loops, like in emails. But by that, I didn't start making beats till like 2021. So like I kind of caught that wave a little later. So that's why I think a lot of people are having success in making melodies, because a lot of them were already making beats at that time. So I kind of caught that wave a little later. But if I had the preference, I'd rather just be in the room, make the records. You know what I mean?
Nah, for sure. That's where you really get the vibes and like feel the energy of everybody.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what makes those timeless records, or like those records from back in the day though, where like we don't really know who the person is, but we know the song.
Exactly.
Like they weren't sending shit on the internet. They were in the room feeling the energy. They were all on the same frequency.
Exactly.
And people underestimate just how powerful that really is.
Yeah, that doesn't happen at like damn near at all nowadays. Like unless you're like a signed artist, you know what I mean? Like working with like a label, and the label has producers already.
Yeah, you got like
Other than
unlimited
that, like,
studio time.
Yeah, you got exactly a rapper's coming in with a beat from YouTube. He just gonna have you download it on the MP3 thing and punch him in. That's pretty much all music is. It's pretty watered down to me. Like I was really excited to get into it until I noticed what it became. But I still love it. Like I still do this shit every day if I could. You know what I mean? God willing. But music, the way, what's the word? Like the making of it.
Yeah,
like
the process of
is
it.
not the same, man. I wouldn't even know, because I like I said, I'm fresh. Fresh. But I'm sure that time will come eventually. You know what I mean? I hope to one day maybe get like a distribution deals, or like maybe like some type of deal with a label as a producer. I don't know.
Nah,
Something like that.
it's gonna happen. You're on a good path, man. You got a third eye?
I appreciate it.
So we got a third eye segment, basically where we talk about unpopular opinions, unconventional truths, you know what I'm saying, conspiracy theories, wherever you want to go, spirituality, aliens, all that. You know what I'm saying? So I was just thinking about when y'all was talking, I peeped your tattoo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, okay, you got a little idea. So like what's your tattoo and what does it mean to you? For
This one right here?
Yeah.
So honestly, it's a lot like less like deep as you think. Like, so like a year ago, my homie passed away, and that was his first tattoos in the same spot. So I just basically got the same thing with it, "Long Live Kai" underneath it.
Okay,
that's
dope.
actually whose brand this is. Like he was really dope at like designing. Like he did clothes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So like he was doing it with a couple of guys. So like I really hope they continue to like keep his thing alive, because he was making raw ass designs. Like he drawing all this shit by hand. It was pretty cool though.
Yeah, but that
This,
to
this
me
the
is,
Eye of Horus.
Yeah.
It means a lot more than like it. I couldn't tell you like
what
real
meets the
meaning,
eye.
because I damn near just got it because of him. Real shit.
That's raw.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I know I looked it up one time and that shit meant something good, so I was like, I could get it. I had to double check.
Word.
I got it.
But
But
if
no,
you-
it was more sentimental than like spiritual, I would say.
But if you cut the brain in half, like right at the hemispheres, and you open it up, you'll see that pattern
Oh, word.
in the human brain.
So
right?
that's probably that's deep, bro. I didn't,
Yeah.
You just taught me something. That's
Word.
crazy.
So-
and you wanna know what's that? I've actually seen that symbol probably on like certain like medical stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the caduceus and all
I
that.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, so what made me think about it was like it's representative of like that inner vision.
Yeah.
So just as the young kid in Cuse, like what was in your mind to like kind of like what were you envisioning for yourself in order to get you to where you are today?
Shit, I knew like like my parents were super supportive of me. Like when I told them I wasn't trying to go to school no more, they was cool with it. You know what I mean? Like they was like, just work a job and like whatever you want to do, just save money to fund it type thing. So they were super supportive. But like when I pictured myself like growing up being something, like I thought I was gonna be an athlete of some sort until I realized like I'm not growing at all. What was the question again? My bad.
Yeah, it's like, what was the vision you kept in your mind? Because like you started making music at 17.
Shit, I realized like like people ain't gonna help me. You know what I mean? Like I gotta take the time to want to learn this stuff too. Like it sucks like learning something. You know what I mean? In a way, like I guess not really sucks, but like taking the time to learn something. Like people they want instant gratification or like validation to know like, oh, this is way easy. Like I could just do this now. But it's the comfortability of me knowing like my shit sounded terrible and I wanted it to be good enough to where like high profile people would want to use it. So like just the fact that I knew like if it's up to me, it's not up to anybody else. Like people can only help me so much, but if I'm not taking what they're telling me and like running with it, that's
applying
my fault.
it, yeah. Word. So within the next, so it's been like 5 years since you started making music.
Yeah.
Where you see yourself in the future for 5 years later?
So I'm seeing like my dreams. That's what I'm seeing plaques, nominations for awards, like being around people that I never thought I would be around. You know what I mean? But even if not, like I know there's ways to still make living off music, even if it's not like getting placements with famous people, shit like that. You know what I mean? Like opening up your own studio is super lucrative. Like a lot of people don't know how to do this stuff. You know what I mean? Or they don't want to take the time to learn how to do this stuff. And that's the one thing I tell people all the time. I'm like, it's already expensive being an artist. Why would you not want to take the time to help yourself save some money? So then you can use your money towards the more important things. Not saying it, recording and all that shit isn't important, because what are you gonna promote if you don't have a song?
Facts.
But I would say content and marketing is really where it's at. But you know, people are gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just a vibe walking into a studio and just spending time in it, even if you're not doing shit. That's why everybody bring their homies and everybody else with them, even though they don't do shit. They just sit there and roll up.
Yeah, facts.
But no shade.
Word. And just to wrap up the Third Eye joint, what's your favorite conspiracy theory?
My favorite conspiracy theory, definitely something along the lines of like way back in the day. Probably have to do with the pyramids, because the pyramids align true north. There's a lot of things underneath it that are like our energy sources. So obviously when the world was together at one point, they find pyramids in all sections of the world. You can find them in South America, you can find them in Egypt. But I think that when they were together, they aligned to create like a power so strong that like it was built too perfectly to be done by humans. Like the amount of precision with the cuts of the blocks, people say, like stuff like that. Like it's way too perfect for that to be done by a human being. And if it was
modern
done by a
human,
being,
I think,
especially with the technology they said they were doing it with, it doesn't make sense. I think they use vibrations to basically move like the heavy ass stones into place, because it's all made out of, what is it, limestone or something like that?
Yeah, granite, limestone,
stuff like that.
But
Definitely that. I ain't gonna lie, I got really into the Denver airport. You ever heard of that?
Oh man,
that
was one of the first.
I've been to Denver a bunch. I've been to Denver a bunch, and I've been in the airport a lot of times, and it was cool, because I'm like, oh, I remember reading about shit like this. But they have like little gargoyles in there that like move, and they got like underground tunnels that go for like miles.
In the
miles
murals,
and miles and miles in the murals. Yeah. So I like stuff like that. I don't know. I'm really into like Illuminati stuff, I guess.
Okay.
Like Freemasonry. I mean, we got Freemason shit right across the street, yo.
Facts. You seen you read Behold a Pale Horse?
What is it?
Behold a Pale Horse by Bill Cooper.
No.
It's the book that started or like has all of these.
Yeah, it came out.
Really?
It came out like late 90s. But he talked about, that's where I learned about the Denver airport. He was talking about 9/11 before it happened. He was talking about all the shit we see with Jeffrey Epstein, all that shit.
It's crazy. Like a lot of the stuff that's going on in the world right now, like it shows you how much of a player certain things are, especially because social media is like putting a lot of stuff on blast. Like you can't be secret now. Yeah. Like I ain't gonna lie, y'all ever watched Candace Owens before?
Yeah.
I be watching her shit because she'll dive into like a conspiracy theory, and like I'm into conspiracy theories all the way. And it's funny that NASA even they coined the term conspiracy theory so people would feel like
Make it weird.
yeah, you know what I mean. But like some of the shit she be talking about, like exposing like Israel and the deals with the United States and stuff like that, it really show you like what's really going on in the world. Like, and I'm
Facts.
youngest, like I'm young, just like thinking like, damn, bro, like I hope like I even have hope for the future at times, because like we all live our daily lives, but like there's a way bigger agenda going on behind the scenes that we'll never know about until some fuck shit happens.
Yeah. Well, even just to wrap it up on that, like one of my favorite artists coming up was was Ab-Soul. And I've gone to Cleveland, a bunch of his concerts and shit like that.
He a good artist. I ain't gonna lie, he's super dope.
And I chopped it up with him. There was like a meet and greet, and he was just like, yo, it's a bunch of crazy ass shit going on. I'm learning about all that stuff you just talking about. I'm like, yo, what should I do? And he got songs called Pineal Gland and like symbols that's like on your arm. He was just like, yo, bro, just play your part, dog. He said, yo, play your part, do exactly what you're supposed to do, and everything gonna line up. I'm like, bet. I don't know. It shit always stuck with me.
And you wanna know what people always say? They always say like, if you think what God, like what if you think where you are right now is like good or bad, like God's got something 10 times better planned for you. So
Big
like I'm
facts.
thinking about the shit that like be going on now. I'm like yeah, like it stink like waking up and going to work every day when you're trying to you just trying to get it, you know what I mean? You're just trying to make a living. Like this is the first time I'm living by myself. I'm running into all worldly problems that I never had to deal with because I had such a blessed upbringing by my family. But they gave me the tools to be able to succeed when it was time, you know what I mean? And like I think like certain things are a struggle when there's probably people going through worse stuff. And like it's a lot of good shit going on in my life, so I'm like, shit, if this is alright, like if God gonna make this shit 10 times better, like bring it on. Like I'll take it all.
And that's how you receive more, is by being grateful for what you have. Like I pretty much every night I got like a grateful journal, and I write down like 10 things that I'm grateful for like every day. Because we take a lot of like the things you said for granted, because we want more, because we're striving for more, because it's like, all right, I'm on this path to get to where I gotta go. That if we're not appreciative for where we are and what we have accomplished, then whatever we're striving for isn't actually gonna happen. Because we don't think that what we have now is actually enough, when other people would be dreaming for this shit.
That's what J. Cole say. Shit, no such thing as a life that's better than yours. Word.
Yeah, it's a fact.
But no.
Rest in peace, take Keith too, man.
For
Oh,
sure,
shit, I didn't
yeah.
think about that.
R.I.P. Take Keith, man.
R.I.P. Take
But just to wrap up, just give like a gem or two for any. I know we probably talked about a lot of shit that people can take from or like use to help them later on, but just be direct with any gems that you want to give any up and coming producers or people within the music industry.
Like when the time comes for it, like make sure like your business is right. Like set up your like sound exchange, your BMI. Make sure like you have like an invoice of some sort, and even if you don't, like you can use AI to help you make that shit nowadays. But make sure you have all your things set up to get paid, because if not, you're probably gonna like fall behind, or if not, like probably you might get taken advantage of. So definitely make sure like your business is aligned, and make sure you're working with right people, because when it comes time to deals, certain people want more, or maybe they'll mess up a deal or a placement for you that you would have had, but now you don't. You know what I mean? So just make sure you surround yourself with the right people.
Sure. Howler, we appreciate you, bro.
Shit, I appreciate you having me on here, man.
No Label the Pod, we out.
Shout out No Label.
Yes, sir.